Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking on an absolute beast of a topic, but one that is absolutely crucial: demystifying the wild world of American health insurance. It's an area where knowledge isn't just power, it is literal financial security and peace of mind. If you've ever felt like you're literally navigating the healthcare maze, which, by the way, is the exact phrase our source material uses, you're definitely not alone. It's incredibly confusing, right? But think of This Explainer as your essential map. We're going to break down the jargon and the structures so you can protect your family's health and your hard-earned finances without feeling totally lost. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our map for today. We'll start with navigating the healthcare maze. Then we'll unpack those tricky HMO, PPO, and POS acronyms, look at government coverage options, and finish up with making your final choice. So, kicking things off with Section 1, navigating the healthcare maze. There are some incredibly high stakes involved here, because one wrong turn could literally mean massive out-of-pocket costs. So where do Americans actually get their coverage? Well, you might be offered insurance through an employer, buy a private plan entirely on your own, use the Affordable Care Act exchange like Covered California, or rely on government programs. These basically branch out into our two main paths: private commercial plans and government safety nets. Which brings us to Section 2, HMOs, PPOs, and POS plans. Understanding these acronyms is the absolute key to keeping your money in your wallet. Let's put the two heavyweights head-to-head. First up, the HMO, or Health Maintenance Organization. Here, you pick a primary care doctor who basically acts as your gatekeeper. Need a specialist? You gotta get a referral first. The upside, lower premiums, and you rarely have to deal with deductibles. Then you have the PPO, the Preferred Provider Organization. This one gives you total freedom to see specialists without referrals. But, as you might guess, that flexibility costs you. You're looking at higher premiums, deductibles, and really steep out-of-network costs. So the crucial point is this: because HMOs limit you to a strict network, there's a huge warning sign here. Before you even think about signing up, you absolutely must verify that your preferred doctors and local hospitals are actually in that specific network. If they aren't, your HMO simply won't cover them. Then we have a slightly rarer bird, the point of service or POS plan. It's kind of like a hybrid. It gives you those HMO-style lower costs when you stay in-network, but it also gives you PPO-style freedom to go out-of-network whenever you want. The catch? Well, exercising that freedom usually triggers a pretty massive annual deductible and heavy co-insurance. All right, moving right along to Section 3, government coverage options. Let's shift gears entirely away from private plans. Government safety nets are strictly gated by specific demographics, and this breaks it down perfectly. Medicare is a federal program gated mostly by age, 65 or older, or by specific disabilities. Medicaid is state-administered and gated by really strict income limits. And the VA system? That's federal too, but gated by service. You must have served active military duty and been honorably discharged to get access. Zooming in on Medicare for just a quick second, because let's be real, government programs love their complexity. It is not just one simple policy. It's actually divided into 4 distinct parts. Our best advice? Check with your doctor or local hospitals for community classes. Honestly, seeking out local, on-the-ground help is absolutely the best way to figure out exactly what you're eligible for under the whole Medicare umbrella. Which brings us to our final section, making your final choice. This is where we bring all this theory straight back to your wallet. Here are 2 non-negotiable steps you've got to take before finalizing anything. Step 1, read the summary of benefits. Seriously, do not skip the fine print. And step 2, like we stressed earlier, verify your doctors and hospitals are actually in the network. Don't just assume it, you have to check. Because at the end of the day, navigating this whole maze is about one ultimate goal. It's about finding that perfect, delicate balance between getting the medical care you need and securing the financial protection you deserve. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Now that you have the map to navigate this crazy system, will your next plan truly serve your health, or is it just going to drain your out-of-pocket budget? The choice and the responsibility to research it is firmly in your hands. Take control of your health, don't get lost in the maze, and hey, thanks so much for joining me for This Explainer.